Welcome to this episode of Rock and Roll Redneck Outdoors. I am down here at the ranch. So I'm on the county road into the ranch. It is 30 degrees cooler here than it was when I left. So it's like 77 degrees. It was 106 when I left the house. I'm down here to do some work. Maybe Kurt from American Country Outdoors, if he shows up, well, please go check their link in the description. I will put it down there. Good dude. Never met him, but he's supposed to come and hang out. I got a lot of work to do. Hogs are tearing stuff up. We got flipped over feeders. Either could be a nothing but work video, or it could be something more fun. So you guys stay tuned to see what happens. That's never what you want to see. This is right off the, there's a free range on the other side. But I mean, how does that happen? It's on a dirt road. It's a nice little buck. It's got a hole in its throat, but who knows if that's from the buzzards. That sucks. There's the lid. Sure, everything else is jacked up. There's the battery on the ground. Always keeping on the lookout, man. These animals are hungry. He's attacking or something. And I'm kind of joking, but I'm kind of not. You got a hungry hog, man. He might not be scared of me. So I'm at the back blind, and I was here earlier and tested the feeder, and it worked. There isn't a bit of corn on the ground. Not maybe 2 kernels. That's crazy. I need to back up further, though. These animals are hungry. It hasn't rained down here. But I don't know how last year, where I'm standing right now, if you can see the blind back there, you couldn't see that big deer that was right here where we are because of all the grass. And there's a lot of big hogs back here, so I've got to pay a little bit of attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up and probably be done for the day. So as I was buttoning up the feeder, I found super light. It's like charcoal. I found another piece earlier right here, right under the feeder. Obviously, we've never had a fire here, but that doesn't mean somebody didn't in the past, but that's a little weird. Anybody have any ideas? Tell me what you think it is if you know in the comments. Here's the other piece. Feels like coal, man. Yeah. Wow, that's weird. So another fun news, all the breakers were turned off in here when they're not supposed to be, and that is filled with water and rotten animals. This is freaking great, man. It's awesome. Probably gonna hear me gag a lot. Gonna try to fix the shower, but no. Not as bad as I thought. Gross. There's a buck over there. There he is. But there's a big ass buck right there. Shit. That was crazy. I think these deer are starving. Last year we had so much rain and I fed all year long. And then this year I was gonna run cattle, but that didn't work, so I stopped feeding. And then the feed company has decided that my roads aren't good enough to come feed, so there hasn't been feed down here in a month, and it hasn't rained forever. I had dark clouds encircle the ranch, but not one drop. There is a little bit of cottonseed and protein in the back of the Ranger, and that deer, I want to say, was 4 yards from the back of the Ranger. I mean, it knew I was here, but it was hungry. It didn't care. So that was pretty cool. After all the problems I had today. When I say problems, other people got real problems. I have problems, don't get me wrong, but ranch problems are not as bad as what a lot of people are going through. But that was cool, man. I was standing in the doorway of the cabin. I guarantee he was less than 15 yards from me and probably 4 yards from the back of the Ranger. So far, damage from this weekend that I've seen from hogs is 2 feeders flipped over on my place, and then my neighbor has one that's fenced in, and something in there went and destroyed it, and one of ours is destroyed. Couldn't even find a battery. I've seen deer in the middle of the day walking around. They're not scared of me. Of course, somehow these deer know when it's deer season and when it's not, but that deer was smelling that protein. So I hope he comes back in the evening. He's a young buck. He's not very big. He could be. Probably a couple years old, but I just went and poured a whole bag of protein. If you know anything about protein, that stuff ain't cheap. Hell, corn ain't cheap either. But I love these deer. And I hate that they're this way, and I hate that I can't treat them the way I want to treat them, because that's my goal, is to get the biggest, healthiest deer herd and the biggest antlers that I can grow. So, all right, so next day, let in. And then my buddy Kurt from American Country Outdoors is in town, and I've actually never met him. And if you guys saw the podcast, I'll put a link below to that, and I'll put a link below to the American Country Outdoors page. He hooked me up with this guy that did a podcast, and he has property. His grandparents have property near my property, and he's given me some advice about things to do on the channel that I've, taken to heart. And seems like a good dude, and I've never met him, so I'm waiting on this county road for him to come, so I can follow him into his place that's on the river, which will be really cool. Stay. Go. You see it? I forgot my range. Where is it?
Right to the, it's right there.
Oh yeah, a little one. Oh yeah, you look tiny. Dude, that's like a little pet. What you doing, homie? You got lucky today. Maybe. Damn. All right, here we are. I got Taco. Where's Taco? There he is. I got Kurt from American Country Outdoors right here. He's helping me fill feeders, and he's got his badass puppies. They're badass, man. Most of those times I don't like those dogs, but they're badass. So we're filling up protein. Hopefully it might rain. So yeah, that's what's happening. I feel like I failed as a land manager, deer manager, after looking at cameras last night. I know it's not a lot of it's not my fault. Nothing I can do about no rain. There's nothing I can do about having to take care of my great, wonderful mama, because she needs me to, and that's more important than deer ever will be. And there's nothing I can do about the feed store not wanting to come out anymore. I did find their mirror that they said they broke. Feed in every protein feeder at every blind now, so they have some food. I don't know if I'm going to get to the water because I didn't bring the oil for the generator, and I've gone into town many times, and frankly, after lifting over a ton of weight in the last few days, I'm kind of tired. And if you could see my hat, black on the inside, not black on the inside. It's dry and dusty, and all I would like is just to rain a little bit. I need to go put the cards back out, and I'm going to be done for the day, or for the week. And I just want y'all to know that I appreciate every one of you that watches. And if you got this far, you're a real hero. Probably hasn't rained here in easy a month, without a doubt, possibly more like 2.5 to 3. So I know I said earlier that I feel like I've failed as a deer manager, but that doe is gigantic, man. The one facing me, you can't really see it, and I don't want to open the door because I don't want to run off. But look at that doe, man. The one in the back, compared to the other two, are huge. You can't see her ribs, really. I know this is a bad video, but there she goes. Look at that. That's a... Damn it. That's a pretty big doe. That makes me happy. Alright, so that's the video for this episode. I know there wasn't an action-packed video, but you got to see me doing a little bit of work. And like I said, I don't feel so good about how the animals are looking, but you know, I'm trying as hard as I can. And so if you guys like my story and how I'm doing it, I appreciate you. And if you want to subscribe, like, hit the notification button, share, and as always, hunt hard.